The original title that I had for it was Ishka Baha, which is the Irish for water of life. The idea was to write a piece which would draw on the life of a river as its inspiration.
Ladies and gentlemen, Riverdance.
Riverdance began as a small 7-minute show in 1994.
We have 187.
Audience reaction inspired creators to expand it to a full 2-hour production, which has gone on to wow audiences from New York to Sydney. Riverdance is a surprise smash on the stage. Over 2 million people have seen the performance. But Riverdance wasn't born on the world stage. It began in the neighborhood pubs of Ireland. This is the culture Riverdance star Colin Dunn celebrates through his art.
The Irish have always had a great tradition, really, and a great way of enjoying their music and their dance and their song, very much on a social level.
Pubs and hearths fostered Irish music and dance, especially when that tradition was in jeopardy.
In times of great turmoil in our own history, we tend to find solace in literature or music or dance.
Ireland was dominated and ruled by Britain for hundreds of years, and in some cases our Irish culture, music and dance was forbidden. And of course, if you say to an Irish person they can't do something, it's the one thing they want to do.
Generations of Irish kept their tradition vibrant through dance competitions known as feshes. From ages 5 through 20, they compete even today, just as their ancestors did.
They're pretty manic affairs, and loads of curlers and fancy costumes and mothers who are just doing 90 miles an hour about their 9- and 10-year-old kids.
127.
Tension runs high at these feshes. Months of hard work and long hours of practice are on the line.
Number 4. 12.
All of the dancers in Riverdance are veterans of these competitions. Susan Gennady is now a rising star of Riverdance, but Susan's family has been dancing since her grandmother was a champion.
She loved Irish dancing, and she's delighted that I'm doing Irish dances as well because it brings back memories for her.
Gennady herself loved to dance and poured herself into it, winning competition after competition.
Susan just didn't walk. She danced. Her feet just didn't stop. It was her life to dance. I mean, it wasn't really for this. This was a bonus.
But what can you do with a room full of trophies? Unlike many amateur pursuits, Irish dancers had no professional opportunity. Riverdance has created a whole new future for this generation.
5, 6, 7, 8. You were training basically like an Olympic athlete, you know, all year round. And knowing, I think, that at the end of it, there wasn't the opportunity to go on and showcase that was very disappointing for a lot of us.
Right now, up to the side, up, over.
Colin Dunn, extraordinarily talented, won 9 All-Ireland, 11 British, and 9 World Dancing Championship titles, the first at age 9.
Up!
But Dunn never thought he could make a living
5, 6,
through
7,
Irish
8.
dance.
The first time.
Now lead dancer and a choreographer for Riverdance,
And rise.
Dunn's passion has become his profession.
Come on, enjoy! It's very uplifting for us to know that something that we've worked at all our lives is now appreciated by so many people. And to have the opportunity to showcase what you've been working for, you know, 6 days a week, 3 hours a day, you know, from the age of 10 upwards.
Right, strong finish, come on, attitude, come on.
The dancers perform daily, adapting to new stages, new floors, new cities, and rehearse and drill weekly.
It's their leg problems and shin splints,
which are caused by wear and tear on the muscles and then pulling on the bones and the lower part of the leg. So there's certain movements we do that are particular to Irish dancing, which are very tough on the knee joint.
But love of their art and their tradition carries river dancers on.
For me, it's the connection with the music. It's what I grew up with, and it's what I recognise and what I relate to most.
Bill Whelan stayed true to his musical roots composing Riverdance, but he didn't just trot out Irish standards like the reel and the jig.
What I tried to do with Riverdance was to take those rhythms and to push them around a little bit, so that I found like the 6/8, the 3 feel of a jig. I interposed it with 4/4. So you got now that to the dance was something that they're not familiar with. You know, there was something familiar, but something unfamiliar. All of those rhythmic elements that are right at the heart of Riverdance are deliberately there to push the dancers.
Those rhythms are integral to the image of a new Ireland.
It was time to make a new statement about what it meant to be Irish, going into a new century.
But despite the modern costumes, relaxed look, and unconventional choreography, tradition is the pillar that supports Riverdance.
It has a truth and a passion because it is rooted in a folk tradition.
There does seem to be that sort of hunger out there for music which has a connection to a cultural base that is kind of ancient.
It's amazing getting a standing ovation after a performance because you've put everything into it, and to know that they've appreciated it is brilliant.
The show is a great ambassador for the country where we come from, the country that we love.